And now that we have run the build on our release and we've tested it and everything looks good, we are ready to publish the app. And so the way we're going to do this is we're going to right click on the project, okay, not the solution, okay, but the project itself. And then we are going to choose publish. And right now it's loading up the targets, and we are not going to put it on Azure. Any of these methods, we're just going to put it into a folder. And then we're going to choose next. And we're going to choose folder again. And by default, this is the location that it is placing the folder. So this is going to be under C:users, your username, documents, and then bin, release, net6, and publish. And if you click browse, you should be able to kind of, see the different locations, but I'm going to cancel because I should be able to find it okay in the default. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on finish. Okay, so now it is showing me a little bit more information about where it has put this file or this folder. So under C and users, that's my username. Source repos, hello world is the folder. You can see it's quite a few layers deep, but that is the general location. So I'm going to go ahead and close. Okay, and so here we have now our publish tab, and we're going to go ahead. It says ready to publish. So we're just going to click on publish. And publishing is going to add quite a few more files to your project folder. Oops. That's another program I'm running. Sorry about that. All right, so it looks like the publish did succeed. And in order for you to see all the files, we have to say to show them. So up here in the Solution Explorer, I'm going to click on Show All Files. And now you should see a few more that you did not see before. And so let's take a look at what it put in the bin, because this is what it created when it did publish. And let's see. Under release, we have .NET 6. And then we also have publish. And you can see it's got a JSON file, a DLL file, an executable file, okay, lots of different file types. So this first file, the dependency JSON file, contains the different link libraries that this application needs to run. So the different files, libraries that the application is dependent upon. Then we've got the executable, which basically means you should be able to double click and run it. You can also run it from the command prompt. The PDB file is a deployment file. Oops, I think it's going to open it. Not my intention to open it, uh, but it is optional. It has debug symbols in it. And you are not really required to, publish that. Uh, but it is a good idea to keep it handy in case you have any kind of bugs that you need to work through. The runtime configuration file, that is a JSON file and it identifies the version of .NET that you are using. Okay. In fact, clicking on it opened it, and so you can see I have .NET 6. Okay, .NET Core App, specifically 6 point, looks like 0.0. Okay, and if you're curious, yes, you can look at the other one as well. And remember, this is the dependency file. Okay, now for the fun part. We have published this, and now we want to run it outside of Visual Studio. So what we need to do is open up a command prompt. I don't think I have any down here. Sometimes I will pin them down on my toolbar, but I did not. So I'm going to do a little search. Whoop. Helps if you have your hands on the correct row of keys. All right, there's the command prompt. And let's see, users. Okay, so this is, I believe, the first part of where my file is located. I don't think it's under CN projects. Let me look here. I am going to quick take a peek over here. Yeah, I don't see anything under CN projects. I'm pretty sure it's going to be under users, laptop. Oh, goodness, finding this. Remember what that long, it was documents. Yeah, I think it is documents. It's a good idea to find where it is before you try to navigate in the command prompt. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's in here. For some reason, I'm thinking it's under repos. So I'm going to pause this while I find it. All right, let me show you where I found it. So on my C drive, and you can see I just have a lot of, I need to organize myself here. So on my C drive, under users and under the username I have for this particular laptop, if we go down, and we scroll, there is a source folder. And this is what it's set up, by default. So you guys should have this too. And under source, I have repos. And you see I have a lot of these because I've been doing quite a bit of work throughout the last couple of years on this course. But under repos, you can see here's Hello World. And so this is what I need to navigate to. And so that's helpful to see where that is located because they want us to go into bin and release and .NET 6 and publish. They actually want us to get to this location. Okay. And we need to navigate from here. Okay, so we've got users, laptop. Okay. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You have to use this change directory command. And you can try to string all of this together, or you can just do, one folder at a time. So I could do CD source. And now you can see, now I'm in source. Now I could do CD repos. Okay, I can do it like that. Or if I'm impatient, I can actually string these together. Okay. And as long as you don't mistype anything, you should be able to change the directory to the proper location. So either the, folder by folder method or the long string, either one should work okay. And this location is different than what the tutorial is telling you. So that's why I kind of took you on this journey through my own hard drive to find the location, because you're probably going to have to do the same thing. Now let's run the app. So we can key in hello world, exe, and you can see now it is running. Okay. And the other way to run this is by using the .NET command. So we can say .NET, hello world, .dll. Okay, and again, it is running. So at this point, we are done with hello world. So you can go ahead and close out of your command prompt. And then in your repos, you're going to want to zip your hello world folder. So you can just right click on it and compress it to a zipped file. If you have an older version of Windows, you probably are going to have to choose send to and then choose zipped. Okay, but that zipped file is what you're going to want to upload to the Dropbox. The next two little tutorials deal with creating a library. Basically, it's just a little library method. And then we're going to be pulling that into a console application, using it. And then we're going to use that little console app to learn how to run a unit test.